What we are looking at here is my collard green tree. Living in Southern California, the temperatures are such that this plant does very well all year long. These are collard greens that I harvested from that tree. Now the fun is in cleaning them. I've got my collard greens in the sink, and actually I have 2 sinks full of collard greens. I've got some of the smaller, more tender leaves in this sink, and the other sink I have some of the larger, less tender leaves. And so I'm going to treat those a little bit differently. Anyway, my mother always taught me that it's important to wash your collard greens, number 1, to get off the dirt, but number 2, because there may be little bugs and things like that on there that you want to make sure you get rid of. She always used a detergent, just good old dishwashing detergent, to do the initial wash. And then we do rinse after rinse after rinse until we're sure that all the grit and dirt and any other things that may be attached to the leaves, make sure that all of that is gone. The next step is to cut these into bite-sized pieces. Get ready to blanch. So I'm going to put the greens into the boiling water, let them stay in there for a few minutes, pull them off, put them in the cold ice in order to stop the cooking process. And the purpose of blanching them is so that I can try to maintain the green color, because I'm going to freeze them for later use. Here we have 1 batch of the blanched leaves. Now hopefully they'll maintain that nice green color after being frozen. The greens have been blanched and put in vacuum seal bags, and then the next step is I'll just freeze them, and as we need them, I'll pull them out. I'm going to be cooking some collard greens. But first, before I actually add the collard greens, I like to cook my Hamhocks separately. I do those in a pressure cooker. That way I can tenderize them much quicker. These I did on the setting of, first it was 1 hour on the chicken meat setting, and they weren't quite where I wanted them to be, so then I put them back in the pressure cooker for 40 more minutes and pressurize them, and now they're the tenderness that I want. What I'll do is I'll use this liquid, which has all the flavors from these Hamhocks, to cook my collard greens.